Hi everybody, it's Mary Ellen from Create With Me, and I'm here in the Creativity Nest for another episode of Teach Me Tuesday. I'm sorry I'm an hour late, but my iPad was dead. So now hopefully I've got a little bit of a charge and we won't have any problems. So chime in and let me know that you're here. We're going to do a little Teach Me Tuesday on making our own masks or our own stencils out of dies. So let me take you down to my desk and we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to work today with the aspen dies, this beautiful birch die right here. So I'm thinking, I like to think outside the box. So I'm thinking of how can I make my own stencil. So I chose this die here. It's a beautiful, beautiful die, a wooded kind of a forest look. So you could take just a quarter sheet of cardstock and you could go ahead and cut that out. And what you're going to get is this image here. Gorgeous, right? Beautiful. You can do all kinds of things with it. But we're going to do some masking or stenciling. So I'm going to take another piece of cardstock. I'm going to start with that first, and I'm going to put them together. And what I like to do is take a little bit of transparency tape just to hold them together. And that way I feel like maybe it's not going to move on me. And so you don't need much, you just need a little bit. And then you need your blending brushes. In this case, I'm going to use Starry Sky, and I'm going to bring in some Night of Navy. So let me start with the Starry Sky, and that is just a little bit lighter than the Night of Navy. And then just to remind you, when you're using a blending brush, start on your scrap paper and then go into your image. And I'm going to go over my whole image first, lightly, just to get a little bit of color on there. And then I'm going to come back in and do my edges, just like this. Okay, let me get that out of the way. All right, so I'm bringing in a little bit of lighter blue, a little shader. It's still dark, but it's a little lighter. All right, and then to get my real dark, I'm going to come in with my Night of Navy. And that's going to give us just a really, really fun, darker edge. And I'm going to show you a couple samples of this. So all I'm doing is using my dies to make a mask or a stencil to create this fun image. So I'm going to show you both what it would look like if you were just using the stenciling, and then what it would be like if you were doing it with a overlay. So here is the, let me turn that over. I got ink on my fingers, so just ignore that. But here's what it would look like if, and this is all just flat because I use this as my mask. And I made a card with that. And here it is. So here's the card. I use the dark, and this is just flat. There's no overlay, okay? If I was going to do an overlay, so you can see these side by side, this is an overlay. This has got the DSP in the background, and then here's an overlay of that image just like this laid on top of the colored DSP. Now, so what if we wanted to take our whole DSP, and I'm going to bring that mask in again, and I can just lay it on top and do the same thing. And what you're going to get is a similar idea. Okay, I'm just going to do it a little. I've got a sample already done for you. So then with the dark, I could come in with the dark. Hi, Tanya. I can come in with the dark, and what I'm going to get is a card like this. So this has got the whole DSP, so you can see all the silver spots, or it looks kind of like snow, and then it's just flat. It's just masked. It's just stenciled and masked on there. Here, let me show you. Okay, so here it is with just doing an overlay, and what that does is it allows you to have the dots on the trees, so it looks like snow all over. It allows you to have the dots here, because if you use an overlay, so you don't get that. This is just the white, and then there's no dots there. So that's the difference. They look very, very similar, but because you have the overlay on one and then using one as a mask, you get that different technique. So go ahead and look at your dies in a different way. And hopefully that's helped you a little bit to look at them. Just look at them in a little bit different way and see how you can use some of the dies that are in your collection to make some masks and some stencils and create something just a little bit different. So I hope you guys have a